Hey, what is going on, everybody? Madden's Epic is back with another Road to 100 series. I'm playing with the Miami Dolphins up against the Dallas Cowboys. And I read every single person's comment they commented on my last video of what freak accident or injury that happened to you. And there's a lot of interesting ones. I recommend going back and just reading them because, you know, I feel like I was like the only one, like, you know, with that sort of bad injury, because, you know, no one else in my school had an injury but me. So it didn't feel good to read y'all's things, but, you know, it certainly lightened the load, I guess, on me. But anyways, back to the story. I just got in the ambulance and they drugged me up. Now and that was a bad pass. I didn't know he was gonna run back. Like, who runs back? I was just dropping. Okay, anyways, I was in the ambulance. In most towns, you know, they have a nice little hospital 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away. But no, the closest hospital that can perform that kind of surgery on my foot, 45 minutes away. So not only was I in the ambulance going 80 miles an hour with a dislocated ankle that hurt like a motherfucker, we had to wait 45 minutes before we could do anything about it. And I tell you what, that was the longest ride of my life. Damn, that was a long ride. I mean, I was of course I was so high, so I was just talking about shit, man. I was talking about everything. Like, I don't remember too much. Well, yeah, I remember some. But I was high and I was just talking about shit I didn't even, you know, I didn't know about. But that definitely was the longest ride of my life. And then we finally get to the hospital after this 45 minutes worth of pain. And I remember getting off the ambulance. They rolled me in. My foot, of course, was all crooked and shit. And they rolled me to this room, which I was just laying there in the hospital bed. And there, I don't remember much because of the pain and the drugs. They say if you're in a lot of pain, like, your brain will remember it. For instance, I'm going to tell you the story. The doctor came in. He was like, all right, this patient has to be our #1 priority because his foot's not getting any blood to it because it's dislocated. So all the doctors had to come in at once. And what my mom said, I'm not, you know, I don't remember, but what mom said, they had to relocate my ankle. And I wasn't under anything. I was just on drugs. And I don't remember that because my brain blocked out that memory because I was in so much pain that it literally blocked out the relocation of my ankle, which I am thankful for because I did not want to feel that. But then the next day I remember I woke up, I'm like, is my foot still dislocated? And I looked down there and there's a big cast over something. Like, what happened to my foot? And they're like, they relocated. I was like, oh shit. And from there on out, I fell asleep pretty much the rest of the night. This is probably 11 o'clock at night. No, actually, I really had a hard time falling asleep. Especially after the football game. I didn't go back to like 2 or 3 that night. Had to wake up at 8 for surgery. They stick 2 pins right down my ankle. That was a nice pick. They stick 2 pins in my ankle, I guess, to, you know, the joints to keep them stable. And I went home probably 4 o'clock that Saturday because I was just passed out the whole day. But believe it or not, the injury wasn't really the bad part. The bad part was missing football. It's my senior year, right? And I'm missing football, being out there with the guys, and that was probably the worst part of the whole fucking ankle injury. Definitely the worst time of my life. My team did end up going a game away from state. And then I actually came back about 3 games away from the end of the start of basketball. I missed about 5 games. So I got to play a good amount of basketball, but it wasn't the same because I came back early because I really wanted to play basketball. And look at this. Look at the big man picking up the fumble. Watch this stiff arm. Oh, damn. That blew him out my running back. Shit. But I was glad to get back in basketball. But I'm not trying to brag, but I ran a 4.6. You know, do what I do. It's kind of fast, I guess. But then my ankle, I was running like a 5 flat. You know, it never was the same after the ankle injury. I do not know what I run now. Probably in the 4.9 there, 5, somewhere around there, because I'm still recovering. But that's pretty much. Oh, so after all this, I was just, for all those time I was just sitting in the house, I'm in my bed watching these YouTube videos, and I was playing Madden and all. So I was like, the fuck? How about I just post me some videos on YouTube. So for Christmas I got HD PVR, and from there on out I started Christmas, and watching Madden 7 and DukeThaKilla really inspired me, especially when I was doing nothing in my bed. I came home every day early, and I was playing a lot of Madden already, so I'm like, alright, let me just make some videos. So it took me a while to get used to the video editing and all that stuff, but I did finally get used to it. And that's pretty much the story of how I got started on YouTube. Look at that. Oh, one-handed catch. Damn. Marshall going off this game. But anyways, this game is wrapping up. If you enjoyed, I actually have another story of a freak accident, but that'll be for another video, another time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up. I do end up winning. And I hope you enjoyed the story and video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and to play the game with when the big fella. The big fella decided to get in the action. He gets the big hit on Tony Romo, and Langford picks it up, stiffs arm the crap out of the offensive lineman, and gets in for the touchdown. Peace.